This is the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550. And now, here's your host, Sarah Mohsin.
Great to be back here again, folks, and so excited to have Kevin Stevens here. We've been chatting off air, and certainly a lot of great things that you're doing. You're so well known in the sport of hockey. And doing some life-changing things right now. Can you share a little bit about your story?
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here, Leah. Hockey was a big part of my life. That was kind of where, I grew up playing hockey in Pittsburgh. I played for the Penguins for a long time, and then, things kind of, went really well for a while. Then, addiction kind of hit my life, and that's when. That's where my story is now. That's where my journey is taking me now. It's kind of being out there, talking to people, and just tell them how it all happened to me. Like I was 28 years old when this addiction kind of hit me, and it was never did a drug, never did anything till then. And I was out in New York City, and same thing I ever do with all the guys. I'm with the guys after a game in New York, and out in this club, and someone hands me something, and I'm not knowing anything about anything, and I do it. It was cocaine, and then that kind of set this thing off in my head. This this disease, this addiction, whatever they say it is, it activated something, and that's when my life for the next 24 years became a little bit of chaos, and that's where I'm at right now, just trying to live a day at a time. Right.
I mean, it's part of life, though. We all have challenges, and this is one of the things because we're. We come from a place where we want to do good, we want to be successful, we want to give back, we want to be of service, and certainly in the sport of hockey, it's very fast-paced. There's a lot of demands. You have a gift, a talent. You were there. You played the game, in a way that was spectacular because for folks like us, I'm originally from Canada and Ottawa, so we're like big hockey fans. Yeah. But then, you face these challenges and they're dramatic shifts in your life. And how do you find solutions? Just like in finance, what we do is find solutions to rebuild, renew. And there's always hope. And you're doing some really very life-changing things right now. Can you share a little bit about what you're doing in respect to, from hockey to addiction?
Yeah, I think like who I am, and not that in a bad way, but my name and who I can get out there, like, my name in the hockey world, I had reached the top, which is kind of weird. I kind of reached the top when I hit addiction. I was at the top of my game, first team All-Star.
Right.
And I hit addiction. So my name's out there, and now that everybody knows the story when things happen, they want to hear how I am now and how it happened, how I am now. And I think now is the biggest thing. And like you said, there's hope for everything. And I think that's the biggest word we can say about anything is that I have hope for other people, for me. My story can help if it's one person a day, if it's two person a day. If someone can learn something from the mistake I made, the decision I made to do what I did, then I'm grateful. That's something I'm here for. I'm on this world for something, and we're trying to figure out what it is right now. But this is very important to me, and I can reach a lot of different people in the hockey world too. So it's great.
It is. I mean, it's kind of so shocking right now with where we are with addiction, with opioid use, not only in Massachusetts and Pennsylvania, throughout the country. And it is touching so many lives. It's all age brackets. It doesn't matter whether you're upper class, middle class, whatever class. It's all walks of life. And so I really encourage folks, if you have questions, you can always call us, 1-800-662-9550. The reason, we always have folks in fitness and finance because those are the two big things. Every year people make commitments to get in better health and better finances. Yeah. And you're changing lives every single day, Kevin, because of the fact that you've been transparent, you've been open, you're not hiding, there are no secrets, and that helps people not to feel shameful about it.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for people is the shame and the guilt and shame. Like, I had a lot of guilt and a lot of shame, and I wasn't sure, should I just keep doing this because I don't know if I can get anything back, or I don't know if it's going to get any better. Right. Why don't I just keep living the life I'm living? And I think that's the most important thing that people have to realize that are stuck in addiction and stuck in this disease is that they can get better, but it's a day at a time, and it takes time. You have to stay away from the drugs, and you have to stay away from the alcohol for a certain period of time so your life can get better, and you give it a chance to get better. A lot of addicts like myself, very impulsive, like right away. I want to do I react to what's there. I don't think things through. The only way I was able to get to that point of thinking things through is staying sober for a certain amount of time.
Right.
So my brain could actually get back and start to think how bad my life could get if I do this. And I can think it through now, which it takes time. I think, that's the biggest thing I can say about, if you're trying to get sober, trying to get clean, it takes a little time. You got to give it time.
Right. I mean, and I'm really, and congratulations, you have a show that's, broadcasting here with our Salem family. It's Saturdays, starting, it's already started, and it's, what time does it start?
It's going to start airing December 9th. It's from 2 to 3 on Saturday afternoon. So listen in. Hopefully we can bring some hope to some people. We can try to bring, we have a different guests come in and share their story, how they, we're in more for the solution. We're not going to sit there and tell you my drug log. It's pretty much the same as everybody else's out there that struggled with addiction. It just, you hit bottom. And sometimes you hit bottom quicker. Sometimes you hit bottom long. It took a long time for me to hit bottom, a lot of pain. But we're kind of in the solution. So, if hopefully we can help people get to the next step, which that's the important thing.
It is important because you have to make those decisions when you hit rock bottom. Then you know that it is something that is a choice. You have to choose. And then the support system that you've provided just by having people tune in daily to see what you can do for them because you've gone through that situation. There's the two things with, addiction and finance. There's a lot of shame involved. People don't want to talk about it. It's not like you sit at dinner and say, hey, let's just exchange notes on this stuff. So I'm really grateful that you came on air with us because, with us at Mohsin Mortgage, we're a family-owned business. So we deal with financial issues which are stressful to families. Just like when it comes to, addiction issues. It creates a lot of friction sometimes. But your sister Kelly, she's phenomenal. It's nice to see such a wonderful relationship that you have. You know?
Yeah, she's great. She's got a lot of energy. So it's, but it's true. Like finance, like with me, with addiction, I went through a lot of finances, and I've, and it's the same thing as, you just kind of ruin things. It's just like you're a train going through things, and with your stuff that you got going with the mortgage and everything, it's great because I'm one of those guys that's in that position right now.
Right. I mean, and it's fixable. That's what I always say. Everything is fixable. We just have to ask the question. Same thing with addiction. Same thing with finances. Same thing with fitness. These are things that can be fixed. And you said the word solutions. You're in the business of solutions. Not the past. The past is gone. It's done.
That's the thing.
It's over.
The past is gone, and that's the biggest thing too with addiction too. It's the same thing. The past is the past. If you live in the past, if I live in the past, I'm not going to stay sober too long because it's just, I had so much, and if I think now like, wow, I should be living on the beach, and I should be, but you know what, my life's very simple now. I can live. I'm happy. I don't have everything I should have, but I have everything I need. So, I can live day to day, and my life's pretty good, and I can be accountable to my family, which is important. I couldn't be accountable for a long time to anybody. So being accountable and that's the most important thing for me is to be there for my kids and my family and kind of live it a day at a time.
I think it's really important. We were talking off air about you have a 2.5-year-old. And your face changed when you're talking about your kids and your family life. And that's really important because at the end of the day, that is number one, faith, family.
Yeah, that's true.
And
faith,
your health.
Faith, family, and health. And that's a big, having my little guy, it's, it was a little bit of shock. I'm 52 years old, but
it's all good.
Yeah, but it's the best thing that happened to me in my life. So it's it's great to have those kids, and it keeps you focused.
And certainly encourage folks to ask questions. Reach out to us. The number here 1-800-662-9550. It's all about finding solutions, and I'm so grateful that you have come on air with me, and I'm looking forward to having you on air in the future as well, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
And with that, folks, stay well.
This has been the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550.